Hey everyone, so today I am going to be teaching you how to avoid sleeping textures when animated noise is created procedurally in Redshift. So let's just create a box here with a couple of polygons and we're gonna create UVs to it. Okay, so we're doing a UV texture and we're doing a UV quick shade and we're gonna change this to face and then we are going to add a transform and animate it. $f times 0.5. Copy that and let's see. Okay, paste and paste. Okay, so we get that animation like that. So now what we're gonna do is add a procedural noise texture on Redshift. Redshift material, RS material, let's plug this and let's name this test. And I am going to add this an RS noise. Let's come in here. Let's do an RS HDR, RS dome, a camera. Place the camera in the scene, and we are going to apply this material here. And let's do test material, and I'll show you guys what the problem is. When we go on the out, I'm gonna create a folder test render redshift render. We want to render a frame range. We want to render to this folder, which is our test, and test.$f.exr, and we're gonna make this half the resolution. So let's see what happens when we open up our Redshift render view and select this drop. And we get this. Okay, let's just not override that. And we are gonna make the dome invisible in the background. I'm coming to the material and I'm just gonna make it a bit more crunched so that we can see what's gonna happen when we begin to animate it. Okay, so we have that base material and this noise here. I'm gonna come out to my out and I'm gonna hit render to disk. That way we can see the motion. So you can see that the noise moves, and this is going to happen as well if you were to apply this noise to your bump map or displacement. So a lot of times I don't even see it, but then after you look at it, you would notice that there's something wrong, right? So you would have these materials that are constantly moving as it animates, and let me show you how to fix that. The reason why that happens is because we need to make two things. First, you notice that the texture doesn't slip here, right? So the UVs are sticking to the geometry. But it it's not always like that if you were to use like a projection or something like that. So for example, if I were to use on a UV project and initialize that and have a look at it here. So right now our UV project is projecting the UVs from this angle. But if we hit play, then if you were to place this here, they would be moving. See, so the first thing is that you gotta make sure that your UVs are applied before the animation takes place. Okay, and then the second thing is to make our noise work, we have to make sure that the noise is applied onto our UV vertex attribute, and we're gonna hit UV here because that's the vertex attribute that is created in here when we apply the UVs. So right now the noise is being applied onto the UVs. So if we hit render, you will notice that since we created the UVs, we're not applying the RS noise to the position. The position is changing every frame, so that's why the noise moves. In this case, we're telling the RS noise, okay, don't apply it to the position, apply this noise onto the vertex attribute. Therefore, we're gonna get perfect sticking noise onto the geometry. Alright, this has been another RMA Fire tutorial, and we'll be back with more.